Hello, hello, hello. What's up, guys? This is Archangel coming at you after another all-nighter for a supply chain management test. Um, yeah, I'm gonna come at you with my UFC Fight Night. What number is this now? I couldn't even possibly tell you what number this is. I think it's 13. Yeah, Fight Night 13 predictions. Some decent fights to watch on the card. A lot of them are going to be on the undercard again. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see them. But here we go, anyways. Bottom of the card, Marcus Maximus Aurelio against Jim Miller, who's replacing Spencer Fisher. Miller, decent wrestler. Probably a. I agree with a lot of people saying that he's a better fight than Spencer Fisher is for Aurelio, as in meaning that Spencer Fisher would basically get laid and prayed and go to a decision, whereas this one might actually be an effective fight. I got Maximus really impressed me with his last fight, winning by TKO stoppage. I don't think he's gonna do it this time, but I'm gonna put it down that way anyway. Second round TKO, probably by ground and pound. Probably not gonna happen. Probably gonna go by decision, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Next fight, Manny Gamburrian versus Jeff Cox. Manny has been ridiculously skilled. His leg locks are ridiculous. His ground and pound is ridiculous. I say submission due to strikes in the second round. Yeah. Next fight, Nate Diaz versus Kurt Pellegrino. Nate Diaz has been really impressive. I mean, everything I see about him, he's a wizard on the ground, but he's not so impressive on the ground that I should be shocked and amazed. He's not really that good standing. I mean, overall, he's just not that good. But he's been amazing me with these come from the. I'm not really come from behind these dominations of these guys. He's going up against Kurt Batman Pellegrino. Uh, Kurt's got excellent stand up. He showed excellent stand up against Joe Stevenson. And I think Joe Stevenson's a better striker than Nate Diaz. He's going to be just as good on the ground, if not better and stronger than Nate Diaz on the ground. I think Nate Diaz might probably come from a better camp per se. But I still say Kurt Pellegrino is going to pull off the decision here. So Kurt Pellegrino via decision. Probably unanimous, but it's possible that it might go split. Sorry if I sound kind of jacked up. Like I said, I pulled an all-nighter. So next up, Anthony Johnson versus Tommy Spears. Anthony Johnson has killer power. He's hungry. He wants it all, but he's going up against a great wrestler in Tommy Spears. I can't see Tommy Spears losing this unless he gets flash KO'd, which he's got a killer chin. He took a lot of damage before. Um, I say Tommy Spears by TKO in the second round. Next up, George Soteropoulos versus Roman Michian. Roman Michian is good judo, is decent grappler, but I think George Soteropoulos is probably on a different level. You have to have Aoki style skills to really, really out grapple George Soteropoulos. And I don't think Roman's got it. I got George Soteropoulos by second round tap out, probably rear naked choke. Clay the Carpenter Guida is the next fight against Sammy Chiveo. Sammy, I looked a little bit on him. He's 10-4. You know, only one of his fights gone the distance, but he's really susceptible to submissions. It seems like four of his losses come by submissions. Clay Guida is a madman on the ground. He's got killer cardio. I think he's going to take it down. He's going to wear him out. Probably late second, early third round. He's going to get the rear naked choke and tap him out. Next fight, Dean De Niro Thomas versus Josh Neer. Josh Neer is one of those really underrated guys. He comes to swing, he comes to bang, and he comes to fight. De Niro's, really, really classy, talented guy. Both extremely experienced. I see this going to decision. De Niro's small. Josh Neer is one of the bigger guys, so that might play to his advantage. Yeah, I'm changing my decision right now. I had it going De Niro via decision. I'm changing it to Josh Neer via unanimous decision. I see he's going to smother everything Den Thomas has got. Next up, Gray Maynard versus Frankie Edgar's. Gray Maynard's going to be stronger, but I think we've seen Frank Edgar's go up against stronger wrestlers before and look amazing doing it. He looked amazing in the Tyson Griffin fight. Tyson Griffin's more of a grappler than he's a wrestler, but he's still a great wrestler. All Gray Maynard's got is wrestling. His cardio's not that great. So I got Frankie Edgar winning by unanimous or split decision, probably unanimous decision. Uh, Gray Maynard's never really impressed me per se. He's impressed me with his great athleticism and great strength, but that's about it. Next fight of the night will be Houston Alexander versus James Irvin. Sorry. Both guys not really amazing strikers. Both guys scrappers. Both guys got killer hands. Both guys have been rocked by guys with killer hands. I mean, Houston Alexander was rocked by Jardine at the very beginning of the match. If James Irving keeps it on the outside and uses his speed to his advantage, he might catch Houston Alexander. If he makes it an inside game, I see Houston Alexander winning it. Overall, I just see Houston Alexander coming in and trying to swamp him in the first round. If it goes past first round, I say James Irvin might pull it off. But I think Houston Alexander is going to win it in the first round, TKO. Uh, Not a really good fight per se. I don't know why it's going to be televised. Shouldn't be televised. It's a useless fight in my opinion. Neither of the guys are ever going to be a contender or even a gatekeeper. Next fight of the night, Matt Hamill taking on Tim Boesch. Tim Boesch coming off that impressive win against David Heath, where he made David Heath look ridiculous. And Matt Hamill coming off that impressive loss against Michael the Count Bisping. Both have one loss. Uh, I'm going to go Matt Hamill, mainly because I do believe great wrestling usually trumps anything else. And Matt Hamill, if anything, he's got great wrestling. He's got decent enough hands. I think Tim Boesch is riding a huge wave right now. Um, yeah, Matt Hamill. Unanimous decision. Next on the fight, Cairo, the Heat Parisian, going up against Thiago, the Pitbull Alves. People are saying Thiago Alves is going to win this. He's the next big thing at 170, and I kind of agree with them. But the fact of the matter is that every fight that Thiago Alves has had that really actually matters for something, he's lost. And I don't think this is really going to be any different. I don't know if it's just his mental game. Maybe he's going to get a little bit. Maybe he's going to come in a lot more mature of a fighter. He is getting older and he's getting more mature and he's evolving as a fighter. But I say Cairo the Heat Parisian via boring split decision. Might be unanimous, but I think it's going to be a split decision. He's going to keep his distance, use his superior boxing skill. Thiago's a better athlete, better, stronger, faster. Everything that Cairo does, uh, Thiago does better, except judo. But I think Cairo's going to win it by split decision. Next and final fight of the night will be Ken Florian versus J-Lau Lozan. Two of the worst nicknames I've ever heard in my life going up each other. Two really decent talents. I'm not a big Joe Lozan fan, but I gotta say he's impressed me with his talent-wise. I got Kid Flo winning by submission. I think he's gonna hurt J-Lo a lot. I think J-Lo's ground game is gonna be better than Kenny's. But Kenny's good enough on the ground that it won't really matter how good J-Lo is. I think J-Lo's going to have better wrestling, and he's going to be stronger, and he's going to have better ground and pound. But I think Ken Flo is going to have more explosive striking, and he's going to be a all-around fighter. And I think that's going to make the difference. I think J-Lo is going to end up tapping out in the second round. Might be by strikes, might be by injury, or it might be by... I'm going to say tap out due to strikes. Which it's hard to say that because he trains with BJ Penn, and I don't think BJ Penn is the kind of guy that taps out due to strikes, and I don't think he likes that with his guys. But I'm going to shoot in the dark and say that. So, till then, take care, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Wish me luck on my test.